Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak on it with Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm welcome. Welcome, welcome, speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. Welcome, welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak on it, 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 welcome to Speak, 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 who you with, Kirk, dog? Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, dog. Who you with, Kirk, dog? You know what time it is. It's Thursday night. My girl's house. We back once again. I know I've been off the last 2 days. I'm telling you, it's been a hell of a week, but it's been a great week. I'm here tonight. I want to welcome everyone on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. D Live is always in the house. And Anchor FM, I haven't forgot about y'all. I'll get you set up in a minute. So, want to welcome everyone to the show. All aboard. I see you up in here early tonight. Said speak on it. Got the dancing and the music going. I feel you. Always supporting the show. If it's your first time, please let us know where you at, and take the time out to like the channel, subscribe. Tell a friend. We are live, and you can live chat with us in the chat room, and you can always call in. Just a couple of rules on calling in. Don't block your number. And also be respectful. We don't deal with no disrespect on the show. Everyone has their own opinion. We can always communicate, and have a dialogue. So y'all know what time it is. My girl is in the house. Miss Risky is here. Miss Risky on today.
I'm in a weird place right now.
Oh Lord.
Just in a weird place.
Oh Lord. Hey.
You know, the trials and tribulations of someone with ADD, not ADHD, but ADD,
Hey.
and depression and anxiety, all of the things on the spectrum. It's just
At this
crazy.
point in time, we all struggling with something, and it's
it's crazy. Like, I'm just following the dopamines. And today I was at a point where I was just like, all right, what are you trying to do? What do you want from me?
hey, I
Because
feel you.
basically, like, dopamine, for those who don't want to Google, it's basically the neurotransmitters in your brain that is like a messaging system that controls your happiness or your moods or how you feel, whatever. But it searches for things you're interested in. Well, right now, my interest is all over the place, and I need to channel it. It's like having different vendors like Amazon, Walmart, whatever, and you order stuff, and there's like, oh, we have a delivery. Ah, that's where I am right now. Too many deliveries and too many messages. Like, do you want
I,
to paint? Do you want to write? Do you want to watch TV? What do you want to do? Facebook, Instagram.
you just all over the place. Hold on, let me bring Anchor in. I forgot to. I had
Yeah,
everything
thank you,
else
Anchor.
ready, but hold on. Welcome to Speak on it with Who You With Kirk Dog. You are listening to Speak on it with Who You With Kirk Dog. Want to welcome Anchor.fm to the show. We're recording it live. Also, you can take the time out and subscribe to the channel. Just a low fee of $2.99 per month. Cheaper than a cup of coffee. And I need a cup right now, but cheaper than a cup of coffee. But hey, we're here live. You can live chat with us in the chat room. All the boys is sending common energy and it's risky. That delivery system is why you have all the info. I
I
appreciate
try. Thank you, though.
exactly.
I mean, everybody's business.
Unfortunately, that's what we end up having to do sometimes. So, be in people business, but we do it in a respectful way. Um, so,
Oh, we're supposed to do it in a respectful way? No, I'm
oh,
just kidding.
well, it depends on who business it is. So, how? I'm telling you, I'm exhausted right now. I'm exhausted. It's like,
Yeah. Well, you've been like working out all hours of the night.
yeah,
Like,
it been rough, and but it's good. It's good. I can't complain. Thank
yeah,
God for for a career.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
can't complain at all. But
Yeah, I'm good where I am. Like, they try to fire me, they're gonna have to get security. I ain't leaving.
I ain't
Like, they
leaving
really.
that easy.
Right,
But
I ain't leaving. I'll be like Milton. I think that's his name, Milton from Office Space. It was like he's been working here, but we fired him like 2 months ago.
well, guess what?
That would be me.
You've been
Give
a
me,
line
run
hitting
me
the
my
work.
money.
You need to back pay 'em.
You know.
So
So yeah, but no, it's funny. I was telling my family I overslept today. Like I took a gummy to help me sleep. And I forgot to set, my third alarm. Yes, I go through 3 alarms, 15 minutes apart. Last
hey,
one I get. This one I forgot to set and fortunately I work from home, so I just had to log in and clock in. But I was like, so the gummy helped me sleep.
maybe you should have put my
Very much.
name on the list and cut me a check. Yeah.
So yeah,
No,
that's
I'm
all I
just
was doing.
playing. Just playing
Working.
though.
Well, you got to work there and be on record. I mean, there's a lot more into it than just cutting a check. It has to be approved.
Yeah, I
So
understand that. Um, so this have really been a crazy week. A lot of things have taken place, and um, we have the Julius Jones. Um, uh,
hold on. There's music playing somewhere, and I can't get to it.
I don't hear it, so that's a good thing.
I hear
Um,
it, and I don't know how to get rid of it.
it's
There
one
we
of
go.
those pages unopened. Wait a minute, did you slam your computer down?
No.
Oh, I thought you bounced it down a couple of times. I didn't know what that was.
Oh no, I was telling. Well, okay, so off the air, I was telling you my mouse was doing something weird, so I have to actually click on the keyboard. So my computer is like being defiant today.
Yeah. Is
So
it a
it
wireless
may or may not.
mouse?
I don't know. There's like I can think it's the dopamines. There's somewhere else not where it needs to be. Like, like the mouse is working. Like I can see the arrow, but it won't let me select things.
Make sure you don't have it turned upside down. Never mind. Never mind. That look said, aren't you? What you sipping on?
Agua.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I still have
Boy, didn't
stuff.
I tell you I overslept today? I don't even know nothing else in my body. I actually have to go in the office tomorrow.
you don't need nothing else in your body.
Yeah, I
Uh,
just need one good night a week of sleep, and it'll get me going.
yeah, that's one of the stories we kind of talked about. All aboard asked if we can mention about rapper Young Dolph. Um, we're going to talk about that at the end of the show because I have a message. Uh, I guess this would be Kirk Dog rant because we had Miss Risky rant when there was stuff on her mind. So uh, I might have a rant at the end. So we'll wait for that. Um, yeah, I need to get some stuff off my chest. I'm like, hey, but it been a lot of other stuff that have taken place this week. Julius Jones, um, we've been hearing about him for a while. Several celebrities have got on board. He was convicted of murder 2 decades ago, and this is one of the problems I have. I believe the victim daughter was maybe 2 or 3 years old at the time, and she's witness. But I seen a interview the other day. I was gonna talk about it. What's today? Thursday. I was gonna talk about it on Tuesday, but while I was getting the story together, I fell asleep at the computer. That's how tired I've been. Because I fell asleep while I was trying to get the story together. But watching the video, and the young lady, I think she's like 30 years old. Um, she's like 30 plus or something. Um, but she said that, yes, I witnessed him kill my father, but he had a red bandana over his face. Now, a child that young with a red band, first of all, a child that young gonna uh, be the eyewitness to a murder. And I'm sorry your father lost his life the way he did. Never should have happened. But for this young child to identify a person, and now she's saying that he had a bandana over his face, and she remember his face. But if it's a bandana over his face, the only thing you're gonna do is see the eyes. So I kind of question that. But Julius Jones used to be in the NFL, which that don't make a difference in this case for the simple fact is people that are rich and famous still do crazy stuff. As some you can take the people out the hood, but can't take the hood out the people. So, um, so the governor today, he was scheduled to be executed today. He commuted his sentence to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Hopefully, um, he could get a new trial. He been saying for the last 2 decades he didn't have anything to do with it. He was innocent, and it's from what I heard from the daughter and her age. I think she was like 2 or 3 years old in the back seat of the car. And when she mentioned about the red bandana and she remembered his face, no, you
Right.
probably
Like
remember he was
adults
black.
can't even identify people with half a face miss. They can barely identify, like, especially in the trauma. Because
Yeah,
I mean, they tell you this all the time. Like they've even done, trials where they, simulate uh, a traumatic event, somebody getting robbed, somebody runs into a building and then runs out, and then someone asks, "What was he wearing?"
people can't believe it.
90% of the people get it wrong. Man could be wearing all red, and they're like, "He was wearing all black. It was a tracksuit. He was in a suit and tie." You're wrong.
Exactly.
Like, because your mind, like when you have traumas or something scares you, things kind of get disconnected. Those synapses are all over the place. And then you have like people have different ways of describing skin color. Because I was telling We've talked about this before. Black people, we all just this color. Like there are no in between shades. Either midnight black or you're white. Any other race
Exactly.
is like it confuses people. And they're like, well, they're brown, but what kind of brown? But white people's like, oh, they were apricot color, oh, they were olive tone, they were this and that, because they're familiar with that. For us, it's just foreign. But yeah, even with just describing them, because and then to expect a 2-year-old or a child of any age to be able to identify someone accurately, because who knows? She may have just known him and saw that he was familiar. Oh yeah, it's him. Like, because he could have just been at the house. You know what I mean? She identified who she knew.
Yeah.
So
And
you also gotta pose those questions in a way that a child would understand. And I guarantee you, they did not do that.
exactly. None of that
But
feedback came back on your end. Hold
hmm?
on. Said I hear that feedback again. Oh, I don't hear it now. I cut yours down a little bit. Yeah, and the biggest part that I question is the fact that she remembered the red bandana. But to be honest with you, with now this way before pandemic, pre COVID, so we didn't have masks back then. But I was in the store last night, and even though I had my mask on, they had their mask on, and um, and I recognized them, but I would have when his wife passed by, we made eye contact. I'm like, "How you doing?" She said, "Fine." And I looked and I seen him. I said, "Are you with this man back here?" She was like, "Kurt Dog, is that you?" I said, "Yes, it is." But with the mask, if I didn't start talking, she wouldn't have known who it was. So for a child 20 years ago to say she identified him with a bandana on, and we're talking about up in Oklahoma too.
Right, and it's probably like a few of us, depending on the area.
Exactly. Be like,
But like I said, she probably identified who she recognized that she knew.
probably seen him on TV.
Yeah. Right. Or anything like, yeah, I've seen him before. Is this the man you saw in the
Exactly.
car? And it could have been like if she had like she could have seen him on the news that day. We don't know because we don't know
Exactly.
what questions they asked her. I don't know if they have video out there that shows what they asked that you know signed, sealed, and delivered his fate. Um, I don't know. Hey,
I don't know.
Marcella.
Yeah, to T Cal. She came in the house while we was talking. Said, "Hey y'all,
Hey, Giselle.
welcome to the show, T Cal. Thank you for always support." Marcellus Smith is in the house. And straight out the boot. Yeah, he's always supporting the show when he able. That's the man that have how many jobs? We say you have 7 or 8.
I don't
I
know.
can't
He's like
remember.
Jamaican. He's got 15 jobs.
Oh, okay. Hey, he never sleep. But welcome to the show, Marcellus asks, "How are y'all doing on this beautiful Thursday?" Ooh, Lord, got my T's crossed up.
Don't take
It's
me
beautiful.
back.
Oh, he said
Don't
it's
take me
just
back to
12.
Tuesday.
He said it's just 12. Uh, but yeah, if I don't know what day of the week it is, because when I tell you I'm exhausted, when I call you earlier and I was up here prepping the show and I just started dozing off. I'm like, I told my wife, I said, "Look, babe, this might be a short one tonight because I'm exhausted." And she was like, "Well, every time you say that, y'all on there for a long time." I said, "Not tonight." Because I have an early morning in the morning. So, um,
I'm
but
going to
thank
have an
y'all.
interesting next few weeks.
It's going to be crazy. Are we going to do um, gonna do a Thanksgiving show this year? Or what's your schedule looking like?
I don't know. I'm there at my sister's.
Oh,
Do I
okay.
need to bring my computer?
Well, I'll probably
I
do
don't
one.
know. Yeah, I mean, I could take my laptop over there because I don't know if I'm gonna leave Friday or Thursday. I don't know.
I'll
I mean,
probably,
we could do a show, a little something.
yeah. You know what? Thursday, y'all call in, tell us what y'all thankful for. Let's talk about who cooked what. Matter of fact, y'all can call in, start calling in tonight, tell us food you're not gonna eat. Because you know everybody can't cook. Yeah, you can't eat
Yeah, we
everybody
don't
cook.
go to those people's houses.
Yeah. I had somebody the other
We do
day
drive-bys.
be like, "Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all want something to eat?" Mm-mm, I'm
Matter
full.
of fact, we bring the plates on the drive there, just in case the conversations get long.
Exactly. Marcella said he vacation from 6 of his jobs. Uh, you see,
I'm like, I gotta go in Sunday because we have a short payroll processing week.
oh wow,
So I gotta send another reminder because people conveniently forget because I'm gonna go up there Friday, start the process. Monday is rolling out. Thursday and Friday, I'm not here. Yeah. Need manual checks, everything. See me on Monday. And then we have people leaving, like a group, like one of our vendors, they're leaving. And I gotta figure out a way to process 400 manual checks.
oh wow, that's
So
400 manuals. Ooh, that's
yeah, they're leaving. And most of them, some of them, like depending on the state they live in, they will have multiple checks because they have to get paid out with vacation.
oh, so they
Hopefully it's
leaving,
not a lot of things. Oh, they're gone. The vendors
Oh,
are gone. And
okay.
December 3rd is their last day, I think, and I have to have checks by then.
Yeah, some people it's nice. Lucky. I have to work on Friday, so
See, we
um,
don't have off Friday. I just took off. I put it in. I was like, boss lady. She's like, well, I ain't gonna be here either. I'm never here. I was like, I'll be out with you.
well, unfortunately for me, uh, this time of the year is no time off. That's why I took the vacation, what, a couple of weeks ago.
Right. You got it in
Um,
early.
so it's no, I had to try to get my mind right, and I'm still struggling from that vacation. Because the thing is, I was still waking up same time I do every morning, even though I was 2 hours behind. I'm like, Lord, but it's all good. Um, so I know tomorrow we having a. I told you this. We having a potluck tomorrow at work. So I actually got up this morning, smoked 2 turkeys, a ham, and um, when we get off, I'm gonna,
Or a potluck?
yeah. Well,
You like them like that?
now what happened is what had happened was um, everybody brand doing this bread, so they actually we're gonna get it catered and do it in time enough. So they asked if I smoked the meat. So I did 2 turkeys, a ham, and small turkeys because I didn't use Big Daddy for the turkeys. Um, I only Big Daddy when I have a lot of stuff to do. It's not worth firing it up for 2 medium turkeys and a ham. It's not worth it. So
Yeah, last time we had a potluck at one of my old jobs, like I gave them Pinterest style macaroni and cheese. That's what you get, crock pot mac and cheese.
mm.
And it was very popular. I don't like mac and cheese. It was all right, but
Well, you
they were
gotta know
laughing
the
at
environment that you're working into.
me. Yeah, yeah. So
Matter of
they
fact,
they 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 loved it. Now people on social on online, listen, there's more than one way to make mac and cheese. It's not always the black way. Okay? Okay.
matter of fact,
They talked
well,
about my mac and cheese, but I didn't have not one scrap left. So there. Hmm.
We had to put a disclaimer out because people talking about bringing stuff. Well, now, can you cook? How your kitchen look? And do you
Do
put
you have it?
raisin in anything? So if you put raisin
Well,
in it,
we had a list. Yeah, we also had a list. Who's gonna bring stuff? Now all the people, most people want to bring rolls and drinks. Like, no, you got that's already. We already have that covered. Thank you. Or don't
what?
bring anything at all because they
Once
have
they
to regulate it. Because one girl, she brought some kind of cucumber. No, what was it? Because I found it on my Instagram stories or something, and it was like corn, egg, salad of some sort.
that's a
And I'm
stomach
like,
bomb.
girl, and she was African, huh?
That was a stomach bomb
It,
because it
it
set off a
would like
bomb
she
in your
told us
stomach.
what she was gonna bring, and we told, oh, it had tuna in it. That's what it was. So it was a tuna, egg, and corn salad. I was like, there's no such thing, and don't bring it. And then she brought it, and she was mad that
That
we were talking about it.
that's
Like
that's you upsetting
nobody's
my
gonna eat
stomach
that.
just talking. Yeah.
Like we already told her. And as an African, I was like, listen, don't do it. Don't do it, Miss Seeley. Don't do it.
That happened a couple of years ago, right? Because you told me about that.
I was at Interstate Hotels then. So it's
Okay,
been a
so
few
it been
years,
a.
like maybe 5.
I
I
think you
wonder, you
told
know
us
what? Let
last
me see if
year.
I can find it. I'm gonna see if I can find that on my Facebook because that mess was hella funny. And she was like, I was like, you literally just went in your cupboards and cleaned out stuff you had, and you had
And just put
freaking
it all together.
corn and tuna and I, just for kicks, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take one for the team. I'm gonna take a bite. I took a small bite,
Shit.
and I was like, girl, where's that cucumber coming from? She's like, oh yeah, there's some cucumber. It's like it was all the way wrong. Uh,
Yeah, and that shit never happened. I had someone say they was gonna bring some potato salad with raisin. I said, don't do that. Save
oh,
your
I found
money.
it. I found it. So this is the mess she brought. Um,
That's my stomach
it's
turning upside
literally
down.
she made a tuna, like it looked like she was trying to make a tuna salad with corn. Like that one got so many messages.
That's kind of like
And then Ayana, she's like, Google said that's a real recipe. It's supposed to be made in some little fried cakes though. That wasn't fried cakes.
that's kind of like
Like,
going
yeah,
to
that's
going
when
to a
your stomach
family
start
cookout.
turning and you start having like you be sitting on the toilet just possessed. Not the rookie.
Yeah,
You know, we all turned upside down, but like, if somebody posted, what the hell? Should fire that person?
yeah.
Yeah. When was this?
You're
This
like,
was,
I'm good.
2017. So it was November 20th, 2017. Mhm.
Mm, yeah,
Yeah.
4 years ago.
And after that point, we started having catered stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's even some caterers. It's kind of hard to trust everybody
Corn, egg, and tuna salad.
because I don't like to know how sometimes you get something catered, then they have like a salad or a tuna salad,
Yeah,
then
you
they
can't
got
eat all the chicken salad.
then they have
Fruit in it.
apples cut up in it. I'm like,
Oh, I'm used to putting raisins or grapes in it.
I can't
And
do that.
that's why I don't trust everybody's chicken salad.
I can't do that. Can't do that.
That just makes me angry.
But look, if you know you cannot cook, the best thing you could do is bring plates, napkins, plastic
Or go
forks,
to the store
cups,
and pick up a prepackaged cookies.
ice. Ice is good now.
Ice is good.
Um,
Cups, we can always use cups.
red cups. Um, different about the color, but cups. Rose. Yeah, it depends
Well,
on what
you
kind
can't
you
have
get.
everybody bringing rolls because then nobody will have anything but rolls and drinks. So
Hey, need some soap stuff. um,
if you bring a potato salad, it better be good or store-bought. And it can't be everybody's. If you need to buy an assortment, because Walmart always has an assortment, $2.50
yeah,
a tub.
they
It
had
won't
that
break you.
that egg potato salad.
They got
Yeah,
mustard, egg, they got red potatoes, all
hey.
the dress the potato salads. Just bring some macaroni.
Bottom line is, if you know you can't cook,
You got options.
don't go buy the food, bring it,
Right.
or whatever you have to do. Don't try to cook nothing.
Yeah. And
Um,
don't create something and expect people to eat it. Like that tuna eggs.
corn salad,
Yeah.
tuna corn and cucumber salad.
I was like, girl, they don't even that ain't even part of your culture. Like, where did you get that from? She's like from Burundi or something by Rwanda in Africa. Beautiful
Maybe,
girl, but man, I was like, you just good for making reservations. Like, girl,
maybe, maybe. Nah, I can't even cover that up. Look,
no. She
don't
literally
do it.
cleared out her cupboards and was like, it's a potluck, so I'm gonna throw stuff in a pot and see what
I'm
happens.
she probably like, this is my last Thanksgiving with them anyway. I'm
Right.
not
And if
gonna.
I'm lucky,
I'm gonna just get
people will survive. That's what potluck is. If you throw it in a pot and they're lucky to be alive.
everything. They know I can cook, so they like do the meat, and I
Yeah.
said, cool, no problem. Um, so then I'm gonna do a seafood dressing because we have some people that don't that truly don't eat meat at all. Just straight. So I'm gonna do a seafood dressing.
But seafood's meat.
Um, yeah, but it ain't that pork or nothing like that. So unfortunately, for the ones that
Uh-huh.
know, during Thanksgiving, I normally do seafood dressing every once in a while. I have to get you on Thanksgiving. So uh, this dressing is for the job. So, um,
J-O.
but this have been a really strange week. We're gonna
Oh, I told you about my experience yesterday. Like, and we're in the middle of the week. Like,
will it
every
what
Wednesday, get my allergy injections.
will it
It's
take
in the
more than
same
two
lot as
minutes?
Chipotle.
Okay.
Come home. There's Chipotle at my door on top of a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper. I didn't order that.
Well, hey, you know what?
What?
If somebody needs something to take to a potluck that know you don't know how to cook, Miss Risky have a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper, and she'll politely sell it to you. And
I'm
that
gonna
could be
take it to
your
work.
good
I'm
treat.
thinking about taking it to work because I don't drink Dr. Peppers like that. Love Dr. Pepper, but I haven't had a taste for them. But it was
But
just
Dr.
funny.
Pepper
Like
don't
I
like
even
you.
oh, they love me. They went up because I posted it on Instagram and they responded. Because I was like, okay, so Mark is missing his meal and 12-pack of Dr. Pepper. And
Well,
so yeah, I tried to see if they could find the apartment number because I was like, well, I only know one neighbor. His name ain't Mark. And so I
well,
was like, all right. They basically said, bon appetit. If he calls, we'll handle it. I was like, all
there
right.
you go. You was honest. You at least try to find the rightful owner.
Yeah, because I was like, DoorDash, get it together. Like
And
they have
and
one job.
he probably had the brisket reason why you said it doesn't taste good. But hold on.
Well, it was the pork, it was
Hold
the
on.
carnitas,
Hold on.
and I don't know.
You're listening to Speak on it with Who You With Kirk Dog. Miss Risky and I is in the house talking about Thanksgiving and other things too. So uh,
Yeah.
but yeah,
And Dr.
that's
Pepper responded. They say, a sad day for Mark is a win for you.
Dr. Pepper. I like
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper just
I do too. I
it's
mean,
kind
I
of
just don't drink.
it's kind of like a Coors Light. It run through me.
I mean, it's a better flavor than Coors Light.
I yeah, I like. Don't get me wrong. I love some Dr. Pepper. It just run through me.
But it has to be really, really cold. Like it has to be
Exactly.
ice cold. Because I mean, it's really good, but it's super sweet. But yeah, like Mark even had like the vegetables, the grilled vegetables. I don't like the grilled
Mm.
vegetables. I mean, I still ate it because it was free,
Hey,
but
that's the
it was
best thing you
not
had.
right. It was like, it's a free meal. Like, don't want to waste it. So I didn't.
Exactly. So I'm gonna switch up the stories a little bit.
Hmm.
Uh, uh, for the murder trial of Ahmaud Arbery, the defense did rest today, and kind of told y'all on Monday, I believe it was, when that defense attorney gave a call, and um, today over 100 pastors showed up uh, outside, and they prayed and there to support the family. What the defense did rest today, so I guess the jury will get the case tomorrow. About that case, let me pull it up. The Travis Michael saying and described the moment before he shot Ahmaud Arbery, and he said that Ahmaud Arbery did not put up a fight. He was not aggressive when he shot him. So if they don't find him guilty, that tell me a whole bunch of stuff. Which I said in this trial with Ahmaud Arbery trial, I said most likely they will be found guilty. This Kyle Rittenhouse with the BS going on with that, um, because I'm like this. There's so many violation going on in this court. That judge, and I said it Monday, the judge, he's at the age now, he's looking at the fact that, hey, I'm about to retire. I don't give a damn what's going on. And he's going out with a bang. So this
Yeah.
judge allowed Cal Rittenhouse to choose his jury is like a bingo thing. They roll it
Yeah. Like
around. He pick it as who um, decide
whose
his
verdict
fate.
they're going to. Hmm. Yeah. And then
Now
next
here's
story, judge is going to ask for his hand in marriage.
well, if he go to
like,
jail, you might have to fight Big Bubba for that
like he'll put him on house
one.
arrest at his house.
Be crazy because this judge many times in the trial that uh, I have the last say so. I have the last say so. So if they find
Right.
him guilty, this judge probably will overturn it and get what he feels it should be
Right.
a slap on the wrist. So
Like, oh, it's his first defense, and where have we seen that? Oh, he's got influenza.
well,
He's got a bright future. And then where is he now? In the pokey.
I,
So much for his bright future.
they already got
Whole family in the pokey.
and Jacob Blake had gave a statement, gave an update on his condition, and shout out to him, shout out to Jacob Blake because he said before he was shot he was not a man of faith, but now he have a change of heart. He said he forgave that officer for shooting him, said he was concerned about that officer once his address there, and he also made a good point. He said Rittenhouse was a black man, he will be in jail today.
Well, no, he would be shot up. He wouldn't have
Oh,
made it to jail. Let's be honest.
as soon as they
As soon as they
seen
saw
him,
him with that assault rifle or the long
exactly,
range rifle, he would have been shot. He would have
exactly,
been shot on sight, and he wouldn't have made it to court.
and he
He wouldn't have made
was
it to
past
jail.
curfew.
Like for
He
real,
was
he would have been
past
arrested.
curfew,
I mean,
and
and point case in point, Tamar Rice. He was an innocent 12-year-old
exactly,
child who was killed on
hard
November
gun.
22nd, 2014. He was playing in the park with a toy gun, and
The cop
officers
couldn't
within,
tell
was
the
it 3
difference.
seconds of arriving to the scene, shot and
Couldn't
killed
tell
this
the
poor child.
difference.
But within
And
3 seconds,
and
no
that person
commands,
that
no nothing.
and that person that called the car, uh, I hope you don't get no rest at night at all, because now you caused this young boy to lose a life, and that
But
cop that
she didn't know in on record that she mentioned that is a juvenile, and um, let's see, what else did she say? Let me see. Did she know that it may have been? Well, no, she just says she saw a male pointing a pistol, and he may have been a juvenile. So they responded to that, but in the reports they didn't note that the person in the playground was a juvenile. They excluded that. So they went there thinking it's a man with a weapon in a park, and they just in 3 seconds shot him down.
tail driving up there, that one that was a child, two was a fake gun. Is that cop still a cop?
I don't know. I didn't read and see what the. I can look that up though. But I'm almost positive we followed up with that story.
We did a follow up earlier this year or last year. Can't remember. Um, it had been so long. We deal with a lot of stuff.
Let's see, because it said Loman was fired for withholding his information on, but
So
I
he's
don't
probably a
know.
cop at some other police department.
They avoid federal charges for killing him. And this story was on, let's see, this was published December 29th, 2020. It was through close to a 5-year federal investigation into the actions of then Officer Timothy Loman and his partner, Officer Frank Gorbach. Gormbach? Uh, but it doesn't look like it's a lot of legalese and processes, but I don't know what their if there was a penalty if besides being fired for their job. Um,
Yeah.
said in 2015, the grand jury in Chohuga County decided not to charge Officer Loman with any crime under state law. Um, and it set off a bunch of protests. And it was like mostly he was fired for lying on his employment application in a 2013 violation that came after his death or something. I don't know. So I'm guessing there were no charges brought upon them because they, somehow mold the laws to benefit them and to get them out because they felt threatened. Oh, but how will we know if it's a toy gun or not? I mean, we wouldn't know. But
Yeah,
you couldn't
especially since
identify yourself. You just roll up, and there's video all over the place. You literally just got out your car, guns a-blazing.
that's how
But
they
that's
do
the
us.
defense. Yeah, I mean, the big scary black man. What do they call that? Like we're the boogeymans.
Exactly.
But he's a big black man. He's a threat.
Now, this other story is very disturbing, and I'm gonna say it's than a man. Zac Stacy, that attacked the mother of his child, and the child was right there on the sofa. Now, here's the problem: you can see him swinging at her like he was a man. Then he either pushed her real hard or knocked her down where the TV
He
fell on
said
her.
he threw her into a television uh, that dropped on top of, in front of her, in front of the 5-month-old child. Um, yeah, this is one of my rants.
Come on.
Ladies, we have to do better. Like, true story. I was many years ago, I was working in a mortgage company. Um, Beautiful young girl, young lady, um, was married to some man who abused her, but she was with him for status. She took everything he had just because it put her in a position she wanted to be in, and which is not a good place. Eventually, he did pretty much what this man did here, Zac Stacy did. She was not even 5 feet tall, itty bitty thing. He literally threw her at uh, at their entertainment center, and she had a gash on her head, and she was bleeding, needed stitches. But he wouldn't call for help until she promised not to tell the cops that he did it. Like, they argued for several minutes over that, and this is where women get in trouble because it could have turned left real quick. Like, she could have been on the news, and we're trying to find, where she's a body now. But it worked out in her favor. She said, "All right, I promise not to tell," and then she ratted him out. But the fact that she was willing to put herself in that situation, like many other women, like they're chasing after the paper and the status and the clout at all costs. Like, you're an object, and these men are not going to respect you if they know that's what you want. Like, not all of them up there are doing that, but for the most part, you're pretty much property. You're a trophy. All you're there is to provide, the looks, the sex, the, entertainment, whatever. But to deal with that abuse just for paper and clout and status is not worth your life. Because in my old ex friend's situation, it worked out. She ended up moving on and getting a different relationship. But so many women aren't that lucky. And we need to do better. Don't chase the paper and put up with a bunch of abuse just because.
And then she's still gonna live with the scar from the abuse and
Hmm.
the trauma from the abuse.
Yeah, that
Um,
doesn't go away.
sure don't. Just cause you out of that
And she's lucky the
relationship.
child is a baby and won't remember. But hopefully she stays away from him. And right now he's on the run. So
Yeah.
they're looking for him. They're thinking he's with friends. Like, he called the cops and reported, "Oh yeah, she's down." And then he ran away and he hasn't been seen. But yeah, his other NFL players are reacting to the news. Um, Devontae Adams, he's like, "I'm not retweeting the video, but Stacy needs to be thrown under the jail. Any man that puts his hands on a woman is a coward. I can't believe what I just saw." But yeah, everybody's coming out and they're appalled. But this is common. Like, how many times have we seen an athlete abuse their woman on video? Like, who was the dude that like beat his one, like knocked his woman out in the elevator?
Oh,
Um,
who was that? Um, oh, the football player,
yeah, he was a football player. I mean, let's see if I can find that.
and
This is how we roll on the show.
his career was over after that. Uh,
It's like one of the first.
Akil Rice.
Raymel Maurice Rice.
Ray
Ray
Rice.
Rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ray Rice.
So yeah.
Appreciate it, Gabe.
And he's
Welcome to the show,
5'8".
Gabe.
He would listen, I would like he's short. Like boy, little boy.
She could have stepped on him.
Like anybody could have stepped on him. That's probably why he was mad, because everybody's stepping on him. Like boy. But yeah, it's horrible. Like all and these stories are going to continue to occur, until women start having more respect for themselves and stop trying to keep up the Kardashians, because you're not going to have that kind of life. You're not going to be the ones in power like they are. They have money. They're the ones that athletes and rappers want to be with to up their level, But it's not worth it, ladies. Go after a Todd in accounting. You'll be all right. Little Anthony, he'll treat you
Just
with
make sure he
respect,
had a pen holder in his pocket and plenty of
You
pens.
know, you
You
know,
good.
like we all watch the nerd movies. They'll treat you with respect. Get you a nerd.
And
You know.
something else. I know a lot of people have issue with some of Tyler Perry movies, but his movies do speak certain things. Like when we first started talking about this story, first thing came to my mind was the Diary of a Mad Black Woman, because here it is, she with a high school sweetheart and went to college. He got his career going, been there with him the whole time. But as
Mhm.
soon as he become this top attorney, he started. Uh, no, I got him mixed up. I take that back. I got him mixed up. It was the other movie. Uh, Diary of a Mad Black Woman was the one when he drug her with the attorney, but the other one had what was the actor name? Where she ended up pouring no grits on him when they got
It could
married.
be. It's a whole bunch of. It could be anything.
Well, it was one movie where
Like I remember
he was a
bits and
banker.
pieces.
He was a banker, and that's when Cicely Tyson they went had the family reunion. It's Medea family reunion, was it?
Yeah, I think that was family reunion,
Yeah,
because that touched on a lot of things um, that's wrong with the Black community.
yeah, it did.
It
It did.
did, because even my friends and I, we talked about this on the show, the over sexualization of young kids, and how even your kinfolk, like there's a scene where they're like getting the young girl to dig in the ice cooler.
I thought
There's
about
someone
looking
waiting up
up.
there, and it's like, that's your niece. Why are
Exactly.
you looking at her like that? That's a little girl.
Deep,
Or they
deep
make
down in the
comments,
bottom, the real
oh,
cold one at the bottom.
you getting fine like your
Videotaping it.
mama. Why are you looking at
Videotaping
me or my mama like that, uncle,
it. Exactly.
cousin? We're related. Stay
But
out of this isn't Kentucky. and
exactly. But in
it's common.
that movie, the mother was encouraging her to stay with this banker,
Hmm.
and I
Because it would be
forgot
an
the real name.
embarrassment. Yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
an embarrassment
but
to and a stain upon the family to show, some sort of weakness and a fracture in the marriage or something. But again, it's not worth your life.
and the
It isn't.
mother the mother had did some shady stuff. Save and she spent up the girl's saving that was left from her father when he passed, and using the banker, and the banker was abusing this woman. So um, if you in any type of uh, abuse, male or female, because there's some guys out here get abused too,
Yeah,
and
and they're just ashamed
unfortunately,
to mention it.
when it come down, won't discuss it. So if you are in an abusive relationship, definitely seek help. National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-7233. Um, or if you know a friend that truly have your back, have them to reach out to someone, uh, and especially during this time, during the holidays, it's gonna get bad. People are still struggling right now. Pandemic, people are playing catch up, which is never a good thing. So
And of
definitely,
course, being cooped up, all this time and people dealing with mental illness, which nobody really gets treated because there's really no resources for that. And especially if you're poor, you don't know where to go to get help because that's the last thing you get help for, mental illness. And we need to take care of our mind, body, and spirit,
exactly,
and try to, and I guess, you try to move out because your current situation is not optimal. But going from one bad situation to another is no good because, you're just digging your own grave.
yep.
And don't
And
think it's too late. It's never too late to get out.
and coming up next month, as soon as I get the dates, I will let you know. We will have a counselor on the show next month. If you need one beforehand, definitely reach out to me. If you are in DFW area and you dealing with some stuff, need to talk to someone, please reach out to me, and I can always put you in the right position to be able to get help for you. Um, it's a lot of places today that is offering free counseling. And if you work, um, you can get free counseling. Um, if you work, go to your HR and ask them about the employee assistance program. And and I think actually during this pandemic, a lot of employees have started offering this service for the simple fact they know people are struggling mentally, financially. It's a struggle. So definitely don't be afraid to ask questions if you ever need um, some guidance to lead you in the right direction. You can reach out to me and put you in contact with the right person. Um, but the National Domestic Violence Hotline is good. Um, even if you've been sexual abused, definitely don't accept it. Get some help. Somebody know and go from there. So also the National Suicide Prevention um, Lifeline also because uh, was it last week or the week before? A young lady was struggling with mental. Her classmate end up telling her next time, cut your arm deeper, uh, do it right
Mm.
this time, all type of stuff, and they felt like it was nothing wrong with it. So if you are struggling with any of these things, please call these numbers, get the proper help. Find a church. Most churches offer free counseling. Uh, Go to your local church, and if they don't offer it, they probably can tell you somebody that is close to you that can offer counseling for you. Um, so definitely do that. It was one more thing we was gonna go. Uh, da, 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 da. So we did. Okay, we got about. I'm gonna try to do this real quick. I know all the board asked if we can mention about Young Dolph. Um, yes, we will mention it. Let me do this. I think it's gonna take longer than 5 minutes. um, Let me start a recording. You are listening to Who You With Kurt Dog. I'm Who You With Kurt Dog. It's Thursday night. Miss Risky and I's in the house. Um, so this week, there's been a lot of stuff going on in the news. Um, one of the things that he today was the killing of young. Personally, don't know him. To be honest with you, I don't think I ever heard of his music. But what I can relate to is the fact that all the violence that is going on in this world, we have a lot of different leaders, so-called leaders, making it easy to access weapons. But we have to be much smarter than that. We have to think about what we do before we do it. For the way that this young man was gunned down, he was a father. Also, one report said he was married. I don't know for sure, but he was a father, a son, an uncle, and he was doing some good things. He was out of Memphis, and when he was killed, he stopped at the cookie shop or something um, to get some cookies or whatever. But he was on his way to go and give to the community. From what I've been hearing about this young man, he do a lot for his community there in Memphis. And even though he's was a local superstar, he did a lot to get back to the community. And I want to challenge all these entertainers because all of you have a special gift to be able to get to that point to get these contracts, this money. Challenge y'all to put out some better music because I was reading the story yesterday and it was saying that he had beef in Memphis or something. And matter of fact, I think at the memorial today, they said it was one person shot. Now, I want to challenge not just these entertainers, but also the communities. Let's do what's right. Let's take back our communities. Start to do something to build our communities instead of turning them down. Because just because you have a gun doesn't mean you have to get it. You got a problem with someone, go and talk to this person about it instead of
Or
going
do
to the
the old school method of duking it out and then squashing it. Like that's
exactly.
like remember that because it's so easy to just pull a trigger. A freaking toddler did it and accidentally killed his mom. We know it's easy to shoot somebody,
Exactly.
and it's like it's so final. But how cowardly are you? You supposed to be from the streets, big man, but you can't even put them up. Like, put up your dukes.
Well, the
Prove
thing
your blood
is,
family and take a bug whipping if you have to, but you live to see another day.
exactly. In this situation, that's three lives that is gone. Young Dolph and the two young men that is responsible for it. And if it was someone driving the getaway car, their life is gone too. So it's we have to break this cycle of what we've been doing, of what some of you been doing, um, um, because of what some of you have are out there doing, trying to make this fast money, robbing, stealing. That's not the way to do it.
Yeah,
That's
there's
not the
better
way to
ways.
do it. It's a much better way, a safer way.
Yeah.
Find
That
you a
quick,
trade.
that quick cash is gonna get you in the ground real quick.
It's
Like
one or
it's
two
just as quick
things,
as
either in jail or dead. That's it. And I'm saying for the young entertainers that's coming up, um, let's start putting out some positive music. Go back and listen to the song "Self Destruction." Self destruction. We're all in the same game. Go back and listen to some of that old school rap music when um, We All in the Same Game came out and Self Destruction came out. All the rappers came together to try to make positive in the black community, trying to encourage people to put down the guns. I remember one scene where the mother said, "My son would never hurt nobody." And then they said, "But he still got smoked at Baby Party." So the thing is, I'm saying to these young folks, let's because y'all future. If you believe it or
Yeah. No
not,
more
you
trap
are
music.
our future.
No more shoot 'em up, bang bangs, getting the hose. No more of that. Let's talk about how to build each other up, build up communities, and build that generational wealth. That's what
And
I
it's
want to hear.
and it's plenty of money to go around. Don't let
Exactly.
these
It ain't
record
going away.
companies control you. I've heard several entertainers say, well, the only way on track was they ain't to talk about bitches, hoes, and violence and stuff like that. Your music, that's your gift. Use it for something positive. Do it for something positive, not just for uh, to say, "Hey, I'm gonna get rich. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that." But it don't lead to the right place because it been proven. A lot of people that talk about this never lived it, never lived their lifestyle. So the thing is, come together. Whatever beef you have with someone, crush it. Work it out. Work it out. And go with it like that because it is sad when you see every other week or every other day, sometimes the same day, you got this shooting going on, that shooting going on. And I'm not just talking about entertainers because in Dallas, I've been talking about Dallas uh, for the last year, where it's like every morning on the news, the first 10 or 15 minutes killings that happen in Dallas. It's unnecessary. I seen last night where a young lady was shot in Deep Ellum. Guy tried to carjack her. Well, he did carjack her. Um, and she had her weapon. She pulled that weapon, and he shot her. So do it the right way. Get license to carry. Get the proper training. And just because you do that, you have to think about it. That do not give you the license to pull your weapon or use your weapon just because somebody pissed you off.
Right. Because
Do
you're
it
going
the
to get
right way.
angry 5 million times in your life. It's how you handle it, and it's how
People
you'll
piss me
determine to deal with
off
it.
every day. Uh,
Because you can't shoot everybody.
no, you can't.
Because eventually you're going to find somebody bigger and badder. And it's
Unfortunately.
pointless. Yeah.
So
Like, let's break this fight.
we
Argue,
need
whatever.
cycle. We need to break the
To have a little
cycle.
tussle get popped in the mouth. And I think that's what's missing, especially on social media. People got a lot of things to say because they ain't getting popped in the mouth. Remember back in the 80s and early 90s, you got popped in the mouth one time for saying something way left. They ain't say nothing else after that. People don't know what it feels like to get popped in the mouth for talking too much. And that's the penalty. You got popped in the mouth. There was no fighting to the death. There's no black eyes. Nobody's going to the hospital. You got popped in the mouth. And then your peers would, mock you the rest of the day or whatever. But but by the end of the week, guess what? Everything's squashed. You're kumbaya. And I bet you learned a lesson that day. And nobody's
I
learned
learned
nothing
plenty.
since. Like we all have. And
My mama taught me
that's the
the
problem.
hard way. She
Yeah,
taught me
like,
the
and that's
hard way because I know I've told this story before. Whenever you know how it is, your cousins come over and you act funny with your friends that you play with every day. Well, I did that one time. My friend and I got into it. Tim, what's his name? Got into it, and my mama told me, said, "Look, you got a choice. You go out there and apologize." No, she said, "You need to come in the house. Uh, either you're gonna stay in the house all day, or you're gonna take this whooping, and then you go on back outside." And I said, "I'm gonna stay in the house." I didn't feel like having a whooping that day. But after 15 minutes, I said, "Go on, give me that whooping. It's boring in here. I'm ready to go back
Right,
outside." So I
right.
took the
And we're
whooping,
missing a lot of that too. You're right.
apologized.
Right.
I said, "Okay." But that was one thing she taught us. You don't act funny with folks. Just you have another friend over or something like that. You treat everybody with respect.
Exactly. Because
So,
again, at the end of the day, there's always somebody bigger and better.
yep,
And not every
yep.
battle is worth fighting. Like, pick and choose your battles. Not everything's worth an argument. Not everything's worth a fight. You know, like I'm
Sometimes
unbothered
you
most
just
of the
gotta
time.
walk away. Sometimes you
Yeah,
gotta walk away.
be the
Just walk
bigger
away.
person. You know, if you feel the need to be petty, be a little bit petty, but don't go, and stress yourself out over it. If it's causing you undue frustrations, you ain't doing it right.
Exactly.
Like
And
it's not even a lot of it's not even worth it. You just
I
need to
think
learn to let go.
I think what they really need to do is my personal opinion. And I've said it before. I think they need to make marijuana legal here in Texas because people smoking,
Well,
they ain't got time to go out and act a fool. They be
but
cheating.
also I think it would help with just with taxes. We could probably get some free education or those reparations they owe us. Like there's so many things. you know, California's
Exactly.
trying it out. Why not? Like that could benefit us in the long run. Lower our taxes, because everybody gonna be buying the herbals.
Shoot.
So
If it was legal, sign me up, boss. That's all I'm gonna say. Sign me up if it's legal. But
I'll
it,
just
it
continue with my sleep aids.
mm, um,
Yeah, we ain't
they
gonna get into that right now, Gabe.
so
But
not
watch the
today.
other shows. Watch the other shows because we've
Okay,
talked about that in the previous shows,
okay.
because that'll be
Oh,
a
she
whole nother
reparations.
hour. Yeah,
Yeah, we're not gonna do that tonight. See, sometimes you just gotta walk away, and that's
yeah,
what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk away from that whole situation.
yeah.
Matter of fact,
Yeah, just check out previous shows because we've talked about this, like specifically about this.
I
Who,
don't
what,
know.
when, where, and why.
Um, I don't. I know we did not talk about this, but um, this looking at I'm sending it to you before I put it out there. See if you're okay with that. And
Yeah, that's fine.
okay, I figured that because it'll be on a Thursday night, so
Okay.
and that's a week before um, all
I
the
gotta
stuff.
hustle.
Yeah,
Gotta hustle on the
exactly.
story.
So uh, so our last show of the year, December the 16th. December the 16th. So we're gonna give away some stuff that night, but you need to be show. Uh, and we're gonna give away some stuff. So we're working on what we're giving away, but we're gonna give away some things. So definitely tune in. We need your participation by inviting your friends to come, subscribing to the channel, liking the channel, whichever platform you're on. but we definitely gonna give away some things. Um, starting,
Yeah, we'll figure out what we're
we're
gonna
doing
do and how we're gonna do it. Um, and like I would like to give away something, in my opinion, is super nice, but the numbers got to come up.
exactly.
I know we have a lot of viewers, but you're not following and liking. You're just spectating.
It's funny because sometimes I might send you uh, I might send you a Snapchat of the number, and I'll be like, well, damn, people not subscribing though. They coming in watching, but they just not
They
subscribing. I'm like, I don't understand it. Hell, what I need to do? Come on here with speedos on and a tank top or something?
in your dun duns.
Be like, yeah, I'll be posed like, yeah, take a good look. Uh, and so um, Gabe said he been active. Are you
Well, it's not
subscribed
about
to the
being
channel?
active. I know you're interacting, but we need you to actually like and subscribe.
And share
Yes, and share. There's a reason
and
for
share.
that. There's
Um,
a reason for people liking and sharing things, because we would like to do bigger and better things, but we need bigger and better numbers than just views.
exactly. It's
And we
only going to
appreciate the
get better.
viewers. I just need y'all to commit. Like
Exactly.
if you don't commit in your relationship, at least commit to us. Maybe I'll whip my hair down.
What say? Do uh,
I'll
whip
whip your
your hair?
hair. I know.
Uh, well, that's good. I'm
Thank
glad
you,
you
Gabe,
are
for being a
subscribed, Gabe.
subscriber.
Thank you for always supporting the show. I know we don't
Yes,
agree on everything, but it's okay. It's okay. That's the
it
good
makes the
thing
show
about the
interesting.
show. Yeah, I understand. And tell your friends, hey, come subscribe. We giving away some stuff this year, which I think we
And
gave
we'll
away
give
some
away a few
last year.
things. I have a box. Oh, and I probably, because we need to schedule some time, because I'm thinking
Okay,
Thanksgiving would probably be the best bet. I don't know what your plans are. That
I don't
Friday.
know.
Yeah, I don't even know if we're actually having Thanksgiving, but I'm gonna have Jello shots. That's all I know. I'm doing cranberry Jello shots and some little sweet potato bites.
Well, I know Thanksgiving night gonna be a short night for me. I have to hit it Friday morning in the house. So
So
um,
maybe I'll drop off some stuff and come visit early before things happen.
that's cool.
We'll see, because I plan on
And you,
being at my sister's that Wednesday night after work.
I don't know what's going on. We just got it confirmed here for Christmas, so just got that confirmed today. But Thanksgiving, I'm not doing much because we both have to work the next day. But definitely, you're always welcome. I probably something, some seafood
No, I'm just
dressing.
gonna do a drive-by, because you out in the sticks, and I need to be able to see my
Hey,
way
hey,
back
hey,
to where I'm going. You are in the
hey,
sticks.
hey.
I didn't say where, but you're in the sticks.
Uh, uh, no, we've
We talk
done a
about a lot
show
of
on
stuff.
it. We've done a show on reparation. We definitely did that. Um,
Yeah, we've done all the things.
yeah,
I
we've done a lot of stuff.
I recommend you watch some of the earlier shows, because we went in and we had a lot of special guest comments.
And matter of fact, on the 16th, we're also doing a show. I think we mentioned this before. It's, um, Black
Yes,
Laws, White
because we're gonna
Laws.
do the. So that's what we're working on. That's why I'm not doing history right now, because I'm doing research for the final show. So pretty much the whole show is going to be based on that. All the stuff that we've talked about already, plus, more. So we're working on that.
I'm gonna let you handle that.
I don't even understand what that is.
He's talking about the reparation. It's not you
Are you talking about the
personally.
reparations or just the show support? Because go
Well,
to the previous shows. I'm not going to go into it, but it has nothing to do with you, Gabe.
yeah,
This is
we're
not a
not
discussion.
saying that you personally owe us.
Yeah, you're
We're
not
not
personally
saying that.
liable for anything. So this is a conversation we should have with our
Before
government.
our times.
Yeah. So I recommend watching because I'm sure it's labeled reparations.
Yeah, it is.
It was a great show. It was a long show, very informative. You can also check out
Interesting.
Trevor Noah. He touches on that as well. You can Google that, and it's only like, what was it, 3 or 5 minutes, and he articulates it very well. But again, Gabe, it has nothing to do with you. We're not digging in your pockets.
Nothing with you
At
personally.
all. Yeah, yeah, not you personally.
Uh,
Like it has nothing to do with you. So you're in the
yeah.
clear.
Uh, but this has been a great show. I'm surprised I lasted this long because I'm telling you, I'm exhausted.
That's what she said. It never gets old.
I gotta watch how I say things with you because, yeah, um, yeah, I'm, I'm telling you, my eyes feel like they're about this big right about now. Yeah, I'm like,
Are you pulling
no,
a Tanya? You're pulling a risky. Like your eyes
eh,
are like slits.
hey, they naturally closed anyway. Now it's like, mm. And I still have to go and slice up the turkeys and the dress, and I have my
I think that could
cornbread
just
ready.
doing anything for us.
I have
Those
my
turkeys.
cornbread ready. Doing this, and it won't take long. Um, so I do that first, and then while I'm slicing the turkey, by the time I get finished with that, it'll be ready. So,
Yeah, I'll talk to you
what?
after. I had a little brain
Okay.
something.
Okay. That's the gummy talking to you. Ask about this.
No,
Oh.
no, that's the dopamines, not the dope.
But hey, tell the people where they can find you
I'm in them streets, yo. No, I'm just kidding. No, you can find me at RSKEE on Instagram, uh, Facebook, Twitter, rskeebooks.com. You can see my works. You can give me a little check of the change. RSKEE at yahoo.com. You can send me a message if you want me to look up some information for history for the future shows, or just say hi. You can send it there. Um, what else? I think that's pretty much it. And you can do a Google search of my name; it pops up and stuff.
at.
I have
Exactly.
other sites; they're not active, but I may need to pick them back up.
Yeah. And you can find, I'm not going to even lie to you. If you want to hook up with me, send me a message on social media. On whatever platform you're on, send me a message because I would respond back to that quicker. Email. Um, I did good at one point, but it's um, I'm at 499 right now. Um, Gabe, I would have to find out which we did that on, but it should be title reparation. It was it earlier this year?
It may have been. I
It
have to
was
look. But it wasn't
early.
one of the earlier shows.
It was either earlier this year. No, it was this year. Um, uh, let me see if I can pull it up. Well, I gotta learn how to speak. Everything looked the same right about. So I'm trying to see when was it.
And like scrolling.
I'm gonna see if I can just go to the page and then search it like that. It'd be quicker. Well, there's so much stuff on here.
We've done a lot of
I
shit.
I see we got. I see we got a couple of um, new followers. Thank y'all for following the show. Continue to follow. Because coming up, we're gonna
Ah,
get.
I found it,
Oh, you did?
but I don't know. It's June 24th, 2021. So
Okay,
would have
June
been on
24th.
that show. Mm-hmm.
Neo, thank you for joining the show. What do you think of the Arbery case? I don't feel like the trial got the truth of the matter. There was so much evidence that they couldn't discuss that it seemed phony to me. What part are you talking about? Because we did talk about that earlier, and Travis had mentioned I forgot his last name. That's how tired I'm in. What's his name? Travis. I don't even know where the damn story is, but I guess I'll take it off. But anyway, he um, had mentioned that Ahmaud Arbery didn't put up a fight. He didn't. And Mac Michael, yes, Travis McMichael. I'm sorry. I'm, it's been a long day. Travis McMichael, but he mentioned that he didn't put up a fight when he shot him, and he was at close range when he did shoot him. So, because of his testimony, which I've said for the longest, I feel like they're gonna find him guilty. Now, how much time they're gonna get, who knows? But they are gonna find him guilty because video don't lie. There's no way of getting out of that. You just cannot shoot a unarmed person. What the hell? You just can't shoot an unarmed person. Uh, Hold on.
Did you have a random sound in your ear?
Yeah, okay. I just started closing stuff down. You cannot shoot a person for no reason, just for job. And even if he went into that house, that doesn't mean he was trying to do malicious things. He went in that house probably because he could have been looking at the design of the house and may wanted to purchase a house in that community.
And
So
that's why we have a legal system. That's why we have police. If you think something suspicious is going on, call 911. You don't take the
exactly,
law into your own hands on a
it's
suspicion or a hunch.
exactly. Um, so that's what I feel about it. I feel like they will be found guilty. How much time they will get, I don't know. Hopefully, they get the max amount. I don't know if Georgia is a death sentence state. If they are, they should get it. At this point, no amount of time that they get, it's not going to bring Amari back. But what they done was wrong, and they need to be held accountable for their action. Um, that's my personal opinion. I think um, some people may think differently. Thank you, Anchor, for listening. Catch you next time. Um, he said, well, I agree that they will be found guilty, but for different reasons. Um, Hell, the video was enough reason right there. once the video came out. That that was a there's no other way of putting it. The video showed it. With Cal Rittenhouse, because of that judge, uh, I think what's going to happen with that is the fact that they're actually going to. I don't know. That judge is kind of shady, so I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you on the Cal Rittenhouse. Are you saying to go live on it?
What?
Are you saying go live on it?
No.
Oh, I told you, my mind is all over the place. So with the Cal Rittenhouse, I don't like if the jury found him guilty. I feel like this judge is going to overturn it. That's my opinion of it. Welcome to the show, Super Kill. Hopefully, y'all subscribe to the channel, like, share, tell a friend. Uh, uh, I don't think it will come back as a hung jury because one of the jury asked today if they could take the 36-page notes that the court gave them, if they could take it home to the hotel with them. And the judge allowed all of them to take it home, even though they're not supposed to discuss the case, but it get them to go through each point. And I feel like I feel like a verdict probably come out pretty soon. Uh, I think the jury will convict him, but it's going to be a judge. That judge could change it because it. I know. Uh, he made it all along that he was have the last say so in this case. So all the boys said they won't convict him. Yes, ma'am. um, so Super K said, I think he's in. There are a few who are wanting to get him on something. He was wrong. He was guilty. He never should have been there. Bottom line. So, but y'all come back Sunday. We can finish this up Sunday, and we can talk about it Sunday night. We could definitely talk about it. Come back Sunday. Hopefully, we'll have a outcome. If for some reason, if the verdict come back tomorrow, I will do a show tomorrow night, and we can discuss it. But if not, um, I will be back on Sunday. So definitely come back Sunday and we could go from there. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Thank you for all supporting the show. If you haven't subscribed, like, or share, please do so. Tell a friend, click the notification, and follow us on all social media and do the same there. Until Sunday night, if the good Lord say the same, love each and every one of you. Till then.